name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again, and I have a new microphone. Oh, not only that, it is also election day in the United States. So, yeah, but yeah, since there was no voting cards or anything related to that in Commander Legends, we're actually gonna do a monarch themed spoilers, like because Commander Legends has like some themes, and like Commander Legends, has the monarch theme, the partner theme, and the and it has a mild uh cascade theme. So I was like, hey, there are 11 monarch cards spoiled so far, so why not make a podcast on that? All 11 of those from worst to best, and yeah, this this is a very cool podcast, and yeah, it looks cool. And yeah, let's just try something. Yeah, I will. No, yeah, and this it looks cool. So hopefully before then I'll be able to do another Commander Legends spoilers for partner theme, and then another one for like partner theme, and the other one is a cascade. So yeah, so basically let's just head in to the combo of the week, and we have Altar of Dementia, Guardian Neuronus, and Verdant Succession. So basically, it is a very the Verdant Succession. What does is basically grant it grant you like so basically Verdant Succession. Whenever a green creature dies, the controller may search the library, force a creature with the same name, and uh, and puts it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle the library. Now, Altar of Dementia allows you to sacrifice a creature and make a player mill an amount of cards equal to the and yeah, it's a very and I like that card. Like basically, and then the Altar of Dementia, and then Guardian Neuronus will works with Guardian Neuronus or any of the uh oh yeah Warp Spark squad. What it does is basically uh so basically Guardian Neuronus is Death Touch. Once the battlefield, double the power and creature, uh, double the power and toughness of the. Oh no, it only power doubles the power of each other. It it just basically doubles the power of each other creature you control on a turn, and they gain vigilance unto end of turn. Right, and then when it dies or get exiled, send it to the third card on top. So how did combo work? Turn 2, get Altar of Dementia. Turn 5, get Verdant Succession. Turn 6, cast your commander God Eternal Ronus. Then basically, sacrifice it. Mill someone for 5, sends it to and organize a God Eternal Ronus trigger first. We send it to the third from top. Then Verdant Succession. Put God Eternal Ronus from your library back into the battlefield. Double the power of each creature you control again. Then just Altar of Dementia. And we do it for infinite mill and infinite power to everything. So this is a very powerful combo because basically what this card like allows you to basically kill everyone for the next turn. If, like basically when they get to no cards in their deck, you just deck them out and then double everything up. So you can either just kill everyone with infinite damage or kill everyone through decking them out. And that is a very good combo, you see. And like out of dementia, just like then when it reaches their turn, they're dead. It is just it just does infinite mill and infinite power. That is the combo of the week. Double combo with 3 cards like that. I mean, this Alter Dementia and Verdant Succession works with uh any War of the Spark god because it sends it directly to their deck, to their library, and then Verdant Succession allows it to get from the library. Yeah. Oh no, wait, no, not any. It's only with God Eternal Ronin, sorry, because Verdant Succession only counts for green on token creatures. So God Eternal Ronin, Alter Dementia, Verdant Succession. So power and infinite mill. Not double power, infinite power, infinite mill. Because it doubles to infinity! Whoa. Anything that has 0 power actually stays 0. Because 0 times infinity is still 0. But everything everything else, it is basically just it basically just gets infinite power. If it has at least 1 power, infinite power, then you get to deck out everyone else. So yeah. Anyhow, they are dead. Regardless if you get double power, double whatever, and vigilance. The opponents are dead because they just got decked out. And that is a very interesting combo I just found out today. Let's just go into our number 11 card. We have and we have Staunch Throne Guard. It is basically the worst Monarch spoiler found so far. New card, it's a 5 mana 2/5 artifact creature construct with vigilance. Once it's battlefield, you become the monarch. And yeah, it just grants you the monarch. That's why it's just part of the monarch team. Anything that mentions monarch is part of the monarch team, and currently 11 cards in size. But there may be more. I'm kind of surprised that they have monarch. They're not reprinting Council's Dilemma or with the council, or just bringing it back. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I don't know. Well, okay, it's very it. I like this. I mean, I like the monarch mechanic. I like how monarch works. But yeah, it's it's just very good. I mean, not this card, but monarch because it allows. So in case if you didn't know, monarch what says is at what what the monarch does is basically at at the beginning of your end step, draw a card. But then if an opponent deals combat damage to you, they take the monarch away from you. There can only be one monarch in play. So yeah, I mean, drawing a card at the end of the turn is good enough. But I mean, there's so many cards that benefit from being monarch. I mean, Staunch Phone Guard allows you to beat a monarch, so that brings monarch into the game. Because I mean, monarch only only shows up if a card summons it. Like basically, Staunch Throne Guard, for example, allows you to become the monarch. And there are many other cards that actually allow you to become the monarch. Mainly from that of conspiracy, conspiracy take the throne. I mean, yeah, there are other cards like I mean, I like the original conspiracy, which had like Will of the Council and some conspiracies. Conspiracy 2 had more conspiracies. Kind of surprised that Commander Legends doesn't have any conspiracy or draft special cards. I like conspiracy and conspiracy 2 had draft special cards, like cards that when you draft them they do special effects. Well, I'm kind of surprised Commander Legends didn't have that though, because that would be nice if I could draft Illusionary Informant again. Sadly, I can't. I mean, anyhow, coronavirus will make drafting much more harder. But hey, Modern's actually coming back this weekend. Good. Mm, where I live, yeah. And I like it's a very And yeah, I like how basically Monarch works, and yeah, and then Conspiracy 2 introduced the Monarch mechanic, and oh hi Salahi, how are you? And replaced uh Will of the Council with Council's Dilemma, and yeah, that's our number 11. What's time for our number 10? And it is. We have Born of the Black Rose. It is a 4 mana, 1 free human assassin, Death Touch. Oh, that's good, yeah. When enters battlefield, you become the monarch. It's better than Staunch Phone Guard because 1 mana cheaper, has Death Touch instead of Vigilance, which is a more significant effect. Yes, less toughness and requires colors, but still, this is better because Death Touch. Death Touch is a very significant mechanic, especially in the limited format, which Commander Legends is mainly used for drafting and Commander. Like it's Commander with a draft. Yes, that is kind of cool. I mean, in Conspiracy 2, this was also a very good card as well because that was a reprint, but now it's back. Yeah, that is was a new card in Conspiracy. Take the Crown. Oh, take the crown, not take the throne. Never mind. And now it's reprinted, and it's not really that good anyhow. It's just good in the. It's good in draft. It's good in the Commander Legends. I like Commander Legends rules and how it works. But yeah, Born of the Black Rose is here. I mean, not here. It's back, and Monarch mechanic is also good. So yeah, Born of the Black Rose. That is our number 10. Let's just go into our simple number 9, and it is Entourage of Tress. And basically, once you're battlefield, you become the monarch. It's 5 mana, 4/4. But as long as you're the monarch, it can block an extra creature, which is quite good because I mean, it it allows you to block 2 creatures at once, which really does help you guard that monarch position. And I mean, it's not really that good anyhow, but it just is just 5 mana, 4/4. It's gonna be good for Commander Legends, and yeah, the monarch theme is gonna be strong. Yeah, that's why I think. That's why I'm gonna that that's why I think this card is actually very good. Yeah, that's why. So yeah, command and not very good. I mean, that's why I think Monarch cards are gonna be very good because it's gonna be like Conspiracy 2 all over again. It's like a mashup of Alara Cascades and stuff like that. Commander 2000. It's Commander 2016. Conspiracy 2 and Battle Bond back into like one big set combined together to make the ultimate crossover. Commander and Draft. Yup, that is gonna be very cool. That's why I like Commander Legends. I mean, Commander Legends is gonna be less significant because of coronavirus, and drafting would actually spread a lot of germs. Not gonna lie. So yeah, I mean to reduce the spread of germs and virus, I just I just tend to not do drafting during coronavirus. I mean, I never did a draft ever since coronavirus. I mean, I did one draft, but that's the early days of the virus, before anything even happened. Like in the early days, I actually did a draft, a big creatures draft, where basically everything had to have like at least power 4. I think it was, yeah, at least power 4, and then basically, and I ended up like winning. Well, I didn't win the tournament. In fact, the host ended up winning the tournament. But he was like, I'm not keeping any prizes. So if I end up end up winning a prize, instead I'll give it to the next person. And I was the next person. Yep, that actually happened. And you know what was the top prize? Uro. I thought it was gonna be a foil Uro for a moment. But no, it's actually a normal Uro, and I won it. Yes, that's what I like. You know, and I won an Uro from like the draft. Anyhow, when it actually started being cheap, I actually won the Uro because I thought the top prize was gonna be a foil Uro, not a normal Uro. But yeah, so anyhow, it's just an Uro, and I have it. I won. I won the Uro. But yeah, after that, I haven't done any other drafts. I'm probably not gonna do drafts until 2022. Yeah, because of coronavirus. I I'm not sure if I'm gonna even draft Commander Legends. I may be interested in buying the Commander Legends cards for Commander, or at least the pre-con deck, because Commander Legends is gonna have pre-con decks as well. Yeah, which is quite good. It's gonna have two pre-cons. Yeah, believe it or not. Let's just go into our golden number 8, and it is we have Court of Grace. When enters battlefield, you become the monarch. 4 mana enchantment. But at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 spirit. But if you're with that flies. But then if you're a monarch, create a 4/4 angel that flies instead. And that's a new card. Believe it or not, that is actually a new card. I mean, there's actually a cycle of them. I mean, it's not. Is it 4? No, we're missing the red card of that cycle. Only the red card, and that's it. Court of Grace is our number 8 card in this podcast, and yeah, I I like it. You know, Court of Grace is the number 8 card of the podcast, and I mean, it's probably the worst. It's the worst card from the cycle. But it's still a good card. I like it. I mean, creates tokens every turn. If you're Monarch, it creates bigger tokens instead. That that is very cool. I like the Court of Grace card. So yeah, no, it is just a nice card. Yeah, that is something I like. And so, but if it's gonna, is it gonna be good? I don't know. Who knows? There's better Monarch cards and there's better cards in the set. Apparently, Mana Drain got reprinted. I mean, will be reprinted, as I found out. Yeah, let's just go into our simple number 7, and it is a 3 mana aura enchant creature. When fall from favor enters our field, tap an enchanted creature, and you become the monarch. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its control's untap step unless that player is the monarch. That is a very good card. It's gonna be a pauper staple. It's I mean it may end up I mean my local MTG group actually expects this card will receive a pauper ban, not because it's gonna be a very good card for blue. It's common. It basically 3 mana, taps the creature, and makes you the monarch, which means it will draw you cards at the end of the turn, and then it won't untap unless if they take the monarch road, which means you can take it back, and it brings monarch into the game. This is something, it may not be good in Commander, but it's gonna be good in Pauper. Yes, and that's what I like. It's gonna be a very good Pauper card. The fact that I rarely play Pauper is actually it's actually kind of weird. But I mean, this is gonna be. I mean, as long as it's playable, then I'm happy with it. As long as it's a playable card in any format, then it's a good card. Yeah, this is a good card, and I like it. It's Hopper, great. Maybe even Penny, if if that's even a thing. I mean, I think yeah, Penny. I think it's only for online. We have Penny. I mean, fall from favor. It's gonna be good from for Pauper at least. Well, guess what? Let's just go into our number 6, and it is Emberwild Captain. 4 mana, 4/2 Digital Pirate. Once at battlefield, you become a monarch, and whenever an opponent, whenever an opponent attacks you while you're the monarch, it it hits that player equal to a number of the of cards in their hand. So it's very good because it basically, if they get card advantage, oh wow, they'll get hit if they hit you. That actually protects your monarch role because first of all, you become monarch. Then if they try to attack you, then they'll get hit for the amount of cards they've gathered in their hands. I mean, like if they attack you, they'll probably be empty-handed or barely handed. This means you can block safely. If so then basically you can block safely, and you're not gonna expect much of a trick. So that's actually very cool. But then if you do end up losing the monarch role, then you can try and fight back for it. And once you do fight back and you get back, boom, you gain the protection again from the Emberwild Captain. That is actually very good. Grants you monarch and actually protects you with it. So that's why I like. I mean, we have a. So in case if you didn't notice, this is all cards that mention monarch in the text for Commander Legends. And yeah, so yeah, Emberwood Captain is a very good card. And yeah, let's just go into our number 5 card. It is we have Court of Ambition. 4 mana enchantment. Once on battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 3 life unless they discard a card. If you're the monarch, that effect doubles. So that is actually, I mean, it's not necessarily that good. It's at least good if you're in the Haunt Tower deck. And yeah, and it's part of the same cycle as Court of Grace. And there's other cards in this podcast which I do not want to spoil. So yeah, and that is good. I like the Court of Ambition because it makes you monarch, and then basically it's gonna hit everyone unless they discard their cards, which is really good. And I like this. And I like this card. I like Court of Ambition, and this is why it's like and if I get it, it's going straight to my one fight tower deck. It grants me card advantage because it gets rid of the opponent's cards, or it gets rid of their life. So it gives me life advantage instead. I don't know, but just saying for the if you're the monarch, you have to either take the 6 life or take the 2 cards, which means, but they can't do it split. They can't take 3 life and 1 card. So yeah, they have to actually do one or the other. Even if they're so they can't do a split option for if you're the monarch. So yeah, that's actually kind of it's. I mean, it's kind of good because it doesn't give them much of a choice. They get rid of 2 cards or they get rid of 6 life. If you're a monarch, otherwise they get rid of 3 life or they get rid of 1 card. The Court of Ambition, number 5 card in this podcast. Time for our number 4, and it is
renderforce.com.
Court of Cunning. 3 mana enchantment instead of being 4 mana, which is actually cheaper than all the other court, which is actually even better. When to battlefield, you become the monarch. But then at the beginning of your upkeep, anyone, any number of players, each mill 2 card. Any number of target players, each mill 2 cards. You have to target them for it. That's the thing. That's the issue. If you're the monarch, each of those players instead mill 10 cards. So yeah, so basically, it mills your opponents for 2 at the beginning of your upkeep, but then if you're the monarch, it mills for 10. But then sometimes you can choose to exclude some players from it, and if you want to, you can include yourself if you wish. But I don't suggest doing that unless if you're a graveyard deck. Then I suggest doing that. The Court of Cunning, but at least it gets to mill the opponents with it as well. But then if they are graveyard decks, you can skip them if you want, if you wish. Yeah, that's why I like a Court of Cunning. So yeah, and it's a cheaper court. It's a cheap way of becoming the monarch, which is also great. So yeah, that's why I like Court of Cunning. Number 4. You know, I'm kind of surprised Monarch returned, but City's Blessing actually didn't return. They're both like the same type. Nothing. They have, they literally have no type line. Monarch and Monarch and City's Blessing have no type line at all. They're not emblems. They have no type line. Really. I'm just saying they're not. They don't even have a type line because yeah, that's weird. Hopefully they actually print. I hope they print a card that allows you to choose a new commander mid game. Like yeah, Urine Command was basically was a playtest card, and I hope they print it in this new set. It will make sense. They're testing that playtest, so I hope it actually shows up. Let's just go into our number 3, and it is Golden Free. Now remember to Aviantore, and since it's in Spanish, let me translate this for you. So because I know Spanish, so you know what? It's a 4 mana enchantment. Yes, it's Court of Abundance, and as the enters battlefield, you become the monarch. Well, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put from your hand you may put a land from your hand onto battlefield. But then if you're the monarch, instead you you may put a land or creature from your hand onto battlefield. So that is a very good card, and yeah, that's actually good, and I like it. It grants you land ramp. But then if you're monarch, it cheats in any creature for free. Very good. Oh, and not only that, you know, Court of Abundance is a very good card, and I like it. It just run it in your green deck because it grants you card advantage, grants you land advantage, land ram, and gets you in more creatures because the monarch will supply you cards, so then you can bring down more lands and more creatures into the battlefield, which is that's something I like. Yeah. The Court of Abundance, number 3 in this podcast, but there are 2 other Monarch cards which are better. Let's just go in the Commander Legends. Let's just go into our number 2, and it is Queen Marchesa. 4 mana, 3/3, legendary human assassin. Death Touch Haste. When it enters battlefield, you become the monarch. You have your upkeep. If an opponent is the monarch, not you, an opponent, you have to summon a 1/1 assassin with Death Touch and Haste. That is very good because that's also reprint. because it allows you to become the monarch. And then if they take your monarch card away, you get extra cards from it. That's very good because if not extra tokens from it. So either you gain cards. So she provides you a basically a monarch protection because either at at the end of your turn you get a card, or at the beginning of your turn you get a an assassin that has death touch and haste and will just attack the enemy monarch. So yeah, that's what I like about that card, and it just grants you tokens and cards. Well, grants you tokens or cards, and not only that, she has death touch and haste, so she can just attack as soon as enters the battlefield, which is great. And death touch provides great for killing other creatures. And then if she dies as well, then you can always recast her in the command zone if she is your commander. I mean, I have a Queen Marchesa commander deck, which is great. It's just about like monarch and monarch monarch, will of the council, and council's lemna. Everything about voting and monarch and dethrone as well. I put a bit of dethrone in there as well. I mean, dethrone was a mechanic from the Conspiracy 1, but Conspiracy 2 did not have dethrone, which is kind of weird. Yeah, no, I think it didn't have dethrone. I mean, there's Marchesa the Black Rose, which grants your creatures like dethrone, and basically like if they have plus one counter on it, they can just like come back. I think it was, I don't know, something like that. But that is the number 2 card. But we have a better card, number 1 card, and it is Archon of Coronation. 6 mana, 5/5 Archon flying. When Archon of Coronation becomes Monarch and battlefield, you become the Monarch. As long as you're the Monarch, damage doesn't cause you to lose life. But yeah, when a creature deals combat damage to you, its control still becomes the Monarch, but you don't take the damage for it. Basically, you become immune to damage. So yeah. Actually, not only that, it doesn't even prevent damage. It makes it so that it doesn't cause you to lose life. Actually, for that says uh like I actually used to think it said like uh you know how damage is considered loss of life and damage causes loss of life. I thought this card would actually make it to not consider that, but actually it protects you from damage, so it's great without even having to prevent it. So yeah, and that is a very good card. That's what I like about Arcane of Coronation. So it is my number 1 card in there, and I hope to get it because this is gonna be more Monarch cards for my Monarch deck because I think I have them all, but for most of them, but they just printed more, and this is new. That is new. That is new. New, new, new. Also new and new. Well, this is yeah. This can fit. This fits. Off color fits. Fits. Off color. Off color. Commander fits. There we go. These are just some really good cards. That's what I like. And but that's only Monarch theme. So next podcast it's gonna be Cascade theme if there are enough cards. Otherwise, it's gonna be partner theme. But yeah, congratulations! You've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already? Your friends, stay tuned for next video streams and podcast. Podcast will be live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. CET. Yeah. Remember, So remember to just watch at that time or hit the bell icon to just not forget. And yeah, just thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, bye.